Deviljho is a brute wyvern introduced in Monster Hunter Tri, and he is primarily known for three big things. The first is his savage strength. Deviljho is usually officially encountered near the end of the game, and is very tough with strong attacks. The second is his status as an invader. I say he's encountered officially near the end of the game, but he can be encountered much earlier as an invader, coming into your quests to majorly disrupt what you're doing. He is usually fightable in every single map in every game he appears in, and in games like Tri, 4 and Generations is almost guaranteed to show up in many high NG rank quests. The third is his insatiable hunger. Deviljho uses up a lot of energy, and so he constantly needs to eat. This leads to him eating a variety of things such as hunters, monster corpses, or even meat you lay down on the ground. Deviljho will eat anything that's made of meat. Mostly. Before we get into this video, a special thanks to my Patreons for making this video possible. Deviljho is kind of like Monster Hunter's take on a T-Rex. He's massive, with a powerful jaw, strong legs and tiny arms. He mostly attacks by biting, by lunging forward, swinging around, or doing this rapid bite combo where he bites from side to side. This attack is particularly infamous because his tail also has a hitbox and he tracks you while doing it. Speaking of, Deviljho can also swing his tail around. He can hip check, throwing his entire weight at you, and stomp his left leg, causing massive tremors. As a projectile, he can dig out rocks with his jaw. When enraged, his entire body will heat up and glow red, highlighting scars from old battles. He becomes stronger, faster, and gains the ability to fire a laser of pure dragon energy. Deviljho can also become exhausted. For almost every monster in the series, this is an advantage for the hunter, as the monster usually becomes slow or feeble. Not Deviljho however, as his saliva is acidic, and so every bite attack will inflict defense down when he's exhausted. He will also try and pin you down more than normal. Deviljho returned for Monster Hunter Portable 3rd. In this game, he can sometimes counter after being flinched, and gets a new attack where he swings his tail all the way around while moving forward, both of which were later carried over to 3 Ultimate. Deviljho in this game's G rank doesn't have any new attacks, but he can combo existing ones into a stomp, such as his lunging bite or dragon breath. G rank introduces the Savage Deviljho. Like Furious Rajang, this is a permanently enraged Deviljho, constantly glowing red and stronger than normal. He can enter an even angrier state, where his whole body is covered in a red hue and dragon energy fizzles around his face. As his attacks become much faster, his laser also has added range. Both return from Monster Hunter 4. Deviljho's only change in this game is that he can climb up walls. Unlike someone, Savage on the other hand has an existing attack altered. His lunging bite is now a pin attack. Getting hit will throw you into a unique animation, where Savage chews you while attacking other hunters in the area. Savage can also combo into pin attacks. G rank of 4 Ultimate is where things get a bit strange. Deviljho and Savage Deviljho cannot be encountered in normal quests. Savage is only available as an event quest, but in most cases, they both can only be encountered rarely in the Everwood. So I'll show Generations Ultimate's G rank Deviljho, who is functionally the same. Aside from being able to combo into stomps like 3 Ultimate, the 4th generation G rank Deviljho will perform this new laser attack where he stands upright before firing a laser upwards. Savage Deviljho can do this regardless of if he's enraged or not. 4 Ultimate also introduces the Apex Deviljho, one that managed to overcome the Frenzy virus. He's functionally the same as Savage Deviljho in this state, but he will cause earthquakes with his stomps and actively shift his body to make sure they hit you. In Generations, Savage Deviljho's bite attacks when enraged will deal Dragon Blight. He's also pretty much identical to how he was in 4 Ultimate, so he still constantly tries to pin you down. Deviljho was added to Monster Hunter World in its first major update. He received a major visual overhaul as well as quite a few moveset changes. His bite attack combo has been altered so that he homes in on you much more than he used to and ends up with a dig on the ground. He has a brand new attack where he slams his head full force down on the floor, and his dragon laser has been changed so that it's less like a laser and more like actual breath. He can also attack while in a pitfall trap. A fun addition is that Deviljho can now physically pick up smaller large monsters such as the Great Jagras or Odogaron and toss them around in an attempt to damage you both. Deviljho did not return to Iceborne, aside from this one cutscene. Instead, Savage Deviljho starts randomly appearing on quests and expeditions following the death of Velkhana. Many of his bite attacks leave dragon energy in the air, including his slam from World. which now has him breathing it as he raises his head. He also has several new breath attacks, such as firing it in a straight line on the ground or firing it in a cloud. In these cases, the dragon energy lingers and damages anyone who stands in it. When enraged for long enough, he can fire a concentrated laser blast that explodes on the ground with a massive radius. Savage can also leap towards the hunter and tumble over. When enraged, he will slam his head into the ground twice and perform a new breath attack where he fires it straight ahead of him as part of a combo. He also has a different pin where he throws you onto the ground and then slams his head down. Deviljho is a very well designed monster. He's huge, strong, but very predictable, and if you encounter him early in his respective games, it's very much possible to kill him early and make some strong weapons. He's tough, but very fair. I remember when I first encountered him in Monster Hunter 4's high rank. It was a herbivore egg delivery quest, but the subquest was to sever a Deviljho tail. I hadn't noticed that at first, and the people in my hub asked me, "Are you sure you want to do this?" I said yeah, sure. At this point I had never seen a Deviljho, only heard of him, so it was a huge surprise to encounter this huge lumbering pickle that breathed lasers. I think my favourite Deviljhos are still the 4th gen versions. They have that awesome pin, the cool standing laser, and are still difficult but predictable. I'd fight him with an evasion set, and be pretty much able to dodge everything he threw at me. That being said, I do also really like the World and Iceborne versions. They're so well animated, especially when they get enraged. You can really see the detail in their bulging muscles and it looks fantastic. I quite like how Iceborne found more ways to distinguish Savage Deviljho too. Since his introduction, Rise is the very first game he has skipped, and honestly I'm okay with that. The invader system in this game is very different, and I was getting tired of having him in every entry. It's good for some monsters to take breaks every now and again, so we don't get tired of them. Which Deviljho is your favourite? Let me know in the comments. Once again, a special thanks to my patrons for making this video possible. Remember to like and subscribe, and have a good day.